When's the next game? Oh, the next game's on Sunday at 8 o'clock versus Palmeiras. What are we saying? What are we saying? Little 2-2 Brazilian cheeky scout along mission there. Sunday night after the City game. Has Grealish been a flop? What's the definition of a flop? Flop. Fall or move or hanging loose in an ungainly way. What, boys? Oi, Gavin, man. Yo, chill. What the freak, bruh? What the freak, bruh? I can't lie. Shop anywhere else, LB. Bro! Yo, listen. If you want a premium steak, mate, yeah, you go to the butchers or you go Waitrose, bruh. And I'm sorry for saying, you're the butchers / Waitrose, mate. And you got that premium steak that we need, mate. Yeah, I don't want no fucking some hanging tough meat, mate. Yeah, pause. Yeah, we need to move on for this.
Arsenal will qualify today versus Newcastle United in the Carabao Cup semi-final, second leg. You heard it here first. We're gonna punch them man up. Easy settings. Them man smoked by Bournemouth. Them man smoked by Fulham. Arsenal just smoked Manchester City. We're gonna roll up with the same team, maybe dash a Wanyeri in there, and we're going to the final. Yeah, I don't care what anybody says. Clip this, save this, repost this, whatever. You heard it here first. Yeah.
But wait, there's more.
Miles Lewis-Skelly is locking up Murphy. Yeah, Timber is locking up Gordon. It's that simple. The combination of Gabriel.
What? What the f?
Sorry. Can you start again? One more time, Hooks. Hooks, one more time.
Yeah, boy.
Alright, Timber is locking up Gordon. Yeah. Miles Lewis-Skelly is locking up Murphy, and the combination of Gabriel, Saliba, Rice, and Partey is locking up Isak. So I'm not really too concerned about them going forward.
Tell me, he didn't just say that.
No.
I don't even know what to say. I won't lie. I stopped watching the game early. I won't lie. So everything that I say could potentially be at least 2% wrong in it. But what the have to remember monetization. What the hell was that, bro? Arsenal got space jammed. Arsenal got space jammed, didn't it?
I like it. God shit.
It's a beautiful summer's day. The breeze is stupendous. I want to dance. Let me show you how.
Yeah, they're losing 1-0. Mwang Win scored in the 71st minute. What kind? Like, no disrespect to the name, but Mong. No, his name's not Mwang because it's an AU. Mong. His name's Mong. His name's Mong. What the?
Good afternoon, people. Apologies for the long intro, but for those of you that don't know, I was on another channel just before this, so I just had to get everything set up for that. So apologies if it was a little bit long, but I thought I would keep you entertained while I was doing all back end stuff. But apologies again. Patrick is going to be here with me a little bit. Sorry, I've just seen one thing. Is this true? Is this true? Sorry, I'm trying to put a comment up from fucking from not StreamYard. Is this comment true? Hong Kong are 1-0 up. Oi, Gas! Soups! You're losing again! You're losing again, 1-0! Oh, God. They are the gift that keeps on fucking giving. They are the gift that keeps on giving. Well, there we go. Just to make my morning even... Sorry. I've got to run it back. I have to run it back again. Sorry.
It's a beautiful summer's day. The breeze is stupendous. I want to dance. Let me show you how.
Woo! Go. Fucking go. You're a bunch of absolute cretins. That...
Oi, they are the gift that keeps on giving. Oi, listen, we need Man United friendlies all through the summer just to laugh at them that little bit more. Janino scored. Fucking hell, listen, I don't care who scored. Man United never felt more like winning the blue. Never felt more like singing the blues. City win, United lose. And we are winning. It is official. We have had our bid accepted for Reijnders. And do you know what? I love the speed of it. We went in with one bid, got rejected, went straight back in with another one. That is what Khaldoon was speaking about yesterday when Khaldoon said, yesterday, we will move clear, we will move fast, right? Or something along them lines. And this is what I see. We go in with one bid, it gets bounced back. So what do? We go and slap down what they want. Reijnders over the line. Now, we know who I want. If you don't, I want Cherki. Someone just said it. Cherki next. We need to get Cherki done. I want Cherki badly. Do you know how I can... Let me tell you how I compared the Cherki thing, right? So there is 445 you in here, 138 likes. Let's get those likes up. I'm going to tell you a personal story now, so please get those likes up, right? How much I want Cherki. When my ex-wife, my daughter's mother, was pregnant. Hold tight, Kelly. I went round telling everybody that I was having a little boy. Everyone. And then one day when I was drunk with her, and she was going, "So you really want a little boy?" And I said, "That's what I'm telling everyone." She goes, "Yes, so that's what you want." And I said, "Now, deep down, all I want is a little girl. But I'm so worried that we're not going to have a little girl that I'm kind of getting myself ready for this by telling everyone I'm going to have a boy." We ended up having a girl, so I got what I wanted. Now, this is how I feel about Cherki, right? I'm saying Reijnders is the one we needed the most. Ait-Nouri, we need badly. Deep down, I just want to get Cherki over the line so badly because I think Manchester City with Cherki... Dave, stop drinking. Listen, mate, I wish I could. I'm doing good at the moment, to be fair. I'm doing very good with the drinking. I'm kind of keeping it to once or twice a week, which for me is very good. Yes, we have got Reijnders over the line. Now, joking aside, however much I want Cherki, because I think against, we are a team that come up against the low blocks so fucking much. And I think Cherki's just a fucking unlocker. He looks unreal. I don't know if any of you have seen... been joined by someone. Let me bring him in. The one and only Patricio Romano. Hello, brother. What are you saying?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How you doing?
Well, I'm gonna help you get even better. Man United losing 1-0.
Oh, wait. Are they still playing? I thought they gave up because the fans say they don't want to watch it anymore. I'm in a group with friends from school, and they haven't spoken for a while. Yesterday, they were so disappointed. They're like, they should just delete this team.
Bro, listen. For me, that is it. They do need to delete the team and restart. I don't know. I think there's a couple of other teams that are associated to Man United. Maybe Salford. They should go and put everything in Salford because that team's washed. That team's ruined. That team's done.
Do you think since they're selling Bruno, do you think it's a good thing or it also marks deeper issues?
It definitely right. If you imagine I think if they would have qualified for the Champions League, I think that would have brought in instantly an extra 100 million, 120 million, right? Which for them, obviously, with the state of where they are at the moment, that would obviously bring them a lot of money to help them rebuild, right?
Yeah.
But they didn't qualify for Champions League football. So then ultimately, I think they need this Bruno money. I think they literally need this Bruno money to help them rebuild.
Oh yeah.
Do I think that Bruno is an important player to Man United? Yeah, do you know what? I think Bruno is mad disrespected by United's fan base. Like, listen, any comparison.
You're talking about Cass. You're talking about Cass.
Nah. A lot of their fan base disrespects him, and for me, look, I'm never gonna say when I see comparisons of Bruno to KDB, I think what he's smoking, right? He's not that guy, yeah. But for the level of
I think it's the next best thing. I think I admitted, right? I think it
actually their best
in the Prem. I mean, like I always I always say shut up about Bruno, but I started to appreciate him. I think after KDB, Bruno was the next best thing in the league. Let's be honest. I think he's better than. I think he is better than Odegaard. Bruno.
Bro, right. So I'm not going to say he's better than Odegaard, yeah, because I do think Odegaard is a good footballer. But I heard this debate about 2 months ago, and I hear it, right? Yeah. And it was that if Arsenal had Bruno, would Arsenal have won a trophy by now?
I think they would have.
Right. If Man United had Odegaard, would Man United be a better team?
No.
I don't think so. So
that's the thing.
I think it is relevant to the two clubs, but Bruno's numbers don't lie, innit? Like, and I know it's not all about numbers. Like the eye test is a big thing. I'm a big believer in the eye test, but I think Bruno by Man United's fan base is mad disrespected. Shout out to Lee Gunner for the raid. Big love, bro. Shout out to everyone that's come over here. If you could smash the like button, drop a comment, would be greatly appreciated. This is We Are the South Stand, where we talk everything Manchester City. Unfortunately, all the Lee Gunner fans that have come over, you didn't get to witness the cooking of Arsenal earlier on, but anyway, we move. Right, but
wait. You mean what cooking in the thing?
Oh no, it's just while I was waiting to start it, I was just playing some clips of Hooks and some clips of some other people and some of the monumental receipts.
Hooks has been moving mad this season. He's got a lot of moments where he was moving mad, but he knows what he's doing anyway. So, but he's moved mad. Hooks is the one who has to get cooked, because Hooks is the one who went full on. He went on full on Igao this season.
Bo, he said at the start of the season that that Arsenal would win the lot. But interesting, we just had a gal on Never a Foul before this, right?
Yeah, I was watching,
Bo, everyone was calling. In fact, this is relevant to everyone that's come over from Lee Gunner's channel. People in the comments were calling him Legal.
Legal.
Legal. Because
because
we were talking about. So I knew we were going to talk to him about the what's his name? The guy they've just signed.
Cisco.
Cisco. Thank you. I was going to call him Cisco then.
I was also going to say Cisco for a minute. I was always saying.
And I thought he was coming on to basically wax lyrical about how good Cisco is. Right? He came on and was like, "This is not good enough," and like being pretty negative.
Yeah, he said he didn't want. He wanted Gyökeres or somebody who's already complete.
Yeah.
I saw that. I was shocked too. My jaw dropped. I was like, what the hell is going on here?
He's
done taking over Legal.
It's legal now. But listen, so let's get back to our club. Reijnders is done.
Yeah.
You happy?
I am happy, man. And I know you are more happier than me, because you wanted the number 8. You were like, I want the number 8. Because to be honest with you, Reijnders coming to Man City, he's probably just fixed the midfield. Let's be honest. They've locked that midfield. But I don't get it.
We've gone and got an 8. We've gone and got a top quality 8.
Okay, do you understand what's going on though? Okay, so if we have signed Reijnders, right? Why are we being linked to DMs? Like, not only Ederson, but also days ago, don't forget the guy from Belgium, the Belgium guy.
Yeah,
You understand?
me and the Sheikh spoke about him yesterday. The Sheikh, I was hoping the Sheikh would tell me more about him, and the Sheikh was speaking on him yesterday, telling me that he's actually a 6 that can do the 8 role as well. He's saying he's an absolute baller, and it would make sense because it's the type of signing that he'd be more than happy. He'd be more than happy to come City, knowing he's not going to be a starter.
Oh, not what Alf, the Club Brugge fan, said. He says the kid is very ambitious. The kid would rather he says the kid would accept a deal, staying at Brugge for one more season. Says,
well, we will see. I think it is interesting at the moment because, I mean, this news that's just come out on Ederson, right? That we've just put a bid in for Ederson. I am, because we were linked with him about a year ago, and then nothing since then. But I don't know, Patrick, if some of these things might be right. When in a transfer window, everyone knows who your targets are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it means, right, clubs know, cool, well, we can hold you to ransom.
Yeah.
So are people saying the Ederson stuff is fake? But no, look, the good thing is what I've seen today is, I was just saying this before you joined, is we saw Khaldoon's interview yesterday where he said, we know what business we want to do. We're going to move swift. We're going to move fast, right? Something along those lines, right? The fact that we went in with a bid for Reijnders, it got rejected, and we've gone straight back in with another bid. That shows me that we're doing what he said. We're moving fast. We're going, okay, no problem. Well, if this is what we're going to have to pay to get it over the line, let's pay it, get that deal over the line, and on to the next one.
Yeah.
I mean, the statement they made that they want to get the squad for next season ready by the Club World Cup. That, I mean, bro, that is going to take a lot, right?
Did you also see the statement he made that obviously, I don't know if you've watched the new one, he says he wants the one to win it. And obviously he kept on making a reference. I'm pretty sure because he just wanted to, what do you say that? He just wanted to show people that, or put his chest out. He said, we are the current defending champions of this club.
We are. No, so
yeah.
is that,
I think it's something we haven't been flexing.
Hold on, is that in the second part?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Have you watched it?
Yeah, he says he wants to win it. And there was really nothing, to be honest, because I think most of the exciting stuff was in the first one, because they didn't the 1-1 something, but he just brushed it. He just left it there. He just said, we don't
talk on it.
We don't have an answer yet, so I'll talk to you. Then he laughed again and he said, when there's an answer, I'll definitely sit down with you and we'll talk. That's what he said.
So, sorry, we need to take this in. So is that the correct pronunciation? It's not Reijnders, as I'm saying, it's Reijnders.
Yeah, it's Reijnders, apparently.
Reijnders, okay, Reijnders. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Anyone that's ever watched me for more than 2 minutes knows that me and my pronunciation is absolutely shocking.
But everybody has been saying Reijnders. I've been saying that. Reijnders. No, I've been saying Reijnders, not Reijnders. I've been saying Reijnders.
I've been saying Reijnders.
I've been saying Reijnders. I've been saying Reijnders.
I just mispronunciate everything. It is what it is. Me and speech isn't great. But yeah, look. So something I've been reading up on the Cherki thing as well a little bit. What I've seen on Cherki is that we want him, but apparently something happened in January with Dortmund, right?
Yeah, they were looking for him. Yeah.
Yeah, and that Dortmund were trying to trigger a release clause that wasn't there, right? So off of that, apparently City want to make sure that they handle this correctly with Lyon.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just thinking, have we done business with Lyon before? Do anyone in the comments, does City have any history of doing business with Lyon?
Last time it was that guy. What's his name? What's his name? I forgot his name. That's the guy we were looking at, and it never worked out. The guy who even Arsenal tried, and his brother, the agent, ruined everything. Remember? We did try for Rayan Ait-Nouri, but Ryan did not just want to come to us. Remember, he came to the CFG crown. But we wanted that guy. Remember the
Denea went the other way. So
yeah. But do you remember that guy? There he is.
Hasim Manur.
Yeah, him.
We
wanted him, and he was cold.
I think this is a good approach from City, and someone just said it, that Fabrizio said Manchester City want to respect Lyon. I think that's very important because the way you start off your approach can basically decide whether it happens quickly or whether it happens slowly, right? Because if you go in and kind of show no respect to Lyon whatsoever, then Lyon will be a bastard with you, right? Like any club would, right?
No, the owner is also a bit of a hardball person. You know what I mean? Even though he sells at the end, but I think maybe that's why they're taking it like this, because he has rejected people before, and if you come in trying to bully the club, even though there are financial issues, I think he does fight back. But I think he needs the money. I think if you throw him the money, he'll take it.
I hear you, but the thing is, this is where I think, look, I want this deal so fucking badly, so badly, right?
It is the deal.
But I think we have to approach it right, because one, like you said, they do need the money. But let's be clear. If we fuck up this, there'll be multiple other teams that will come in for him. So
don't forget, PSG wanted him last season.
We know Man United are keen on him. I wouldn't be surprised if, look, whenever Chelsea are there floating about, then you never know where Chelsea could come out of fucking anywhere, right?
Yeah, they'll pull the trigger.
At the price that he's being quoted at, I mean, Dortmund might come back in for him. Dortmund would love to sign him because they'd sign him for probably 30 million and then sell him in a year for 80, right? That's a proper Dortmund thing to do. So we just have to fucking manage this correctly. And if we manage it correctly, get it done as quickly as possible. I was thinking about it. I get why clubs want to get their business done early as well.
Why? What's
FIFA? Well, FIFA probably have told the clubs, get your business done early. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if there's little backhanders and incentives on clubs getting their business done early. No, because think about it, right? Real Madrid have just paid 10 million to get Trent in time for the Club World Cup. Right?
Yeah.
Now,
do you know what? Have we asked the Scousers and the Liverpool fans that are they happy now? Because remember the issue was they didn't get us a fee. He didn't get us a fee. He just walked for free. So now he's got you 10 million. Are you okay with the 10
exactly
million?
that, bro. Of course they are. They'll be, he brought us some money, he went there. They'll be happy now. But I think the Club World Cup, right, if you think about it, so Liverpool signed Trent, right? Now, that will mean that the first time anyone can see Trent in a Real Madrid shirt will be at the Club World Cup, right?
Yeah.
Same with if we sign Cherki, if we sign Reijnders, if we get Reijnders, which looks like that's done now. Anyone that any of these players play, even Delap to Chelsea. The first time you will see Delap in a Chelsea shirt will be at the Club World Cup. So all of this is very good promotion for the Club World Cup. So I wouldn't be surprised if FIFA have been kind of incentivizing in one way or another, clubs to get their deals done early for the sake of the Club World Cup. People, there's 806 in here. Really appreciate the raid from Lee. Obviously, that massively helped. Please make sure you are subscribing to the channel and liking the video. We are a new channel. We've only been going since I think the beginning of February, so we're still growing. So any likes will really help. So someone's just said Daps didn't Fabrizio say our bid was rejected? He did, but then City have gone back in with another one. I believe it's DAZN have broken that one that we've gone in, I think with 70 million euros. And that's been agreed.
It's been agreed.
Super chat from Martin saying, one down, more to come. Midfield rebuild is on. Yeah, I think just on the Reijnders one, it is so appreciate the super chat, Martin, as well. It is so important because we do need 2-3 midfielders at least. So to get him in, what we're saying is he the Gundogan replacement, Patrick?
It's therefore definitely, because that's where we failed, didn't we? Like if we are keeping it real, if we had a competent number 8, or even let's say, this is what I keep saying, and I'm gonna die on this hill. If Pep Guardiola trusted Nunes as a number 8, I think we would have done better than what we did this season. So now we have a guy who Pep is going to trust.
Are you still having him in the 8 role then, Nunes?
I would still play him. I think in certain games, I think in certain games you would play him. I think in certain games he would actually help us as a number 8. And I hope to God that even if he keeps him to playing right back, I think he plays him in certain games. I'm talking about let's say Carabao Cup. Come on, don't tell me Nunes can play number 8. He played in the Premier League. He can play against a championship team.
I mean, have we played him in the Carabao Cup yet?
I don't know, man.
Bro, he'll play him in goal before. He's playing in goal before he plays him in the middle of the pitch, bro. Come on.
That man is just. You know what? He's a genius.
Hold on.
He's a genius, but I'm saying Pep. Pep, that man
Right,
Pep is a
thank you.
genius.
That man.
I told him that man. You know, people think I'm insulting him. You know, like in my country, we always say that man, that teacher. You know, it's how he speaks. Yeah, because he's just a mad guy, and I want to see this because first of all, he buys you as a midfielder, then he's preparing you at right back. I have this feeling that he might keep him at right back, and people will be so
bro. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that. I've already said, for me, if I'm looking at what will tell me is a good window for me, if we get Ait-Nouri, if we get an Ederson replacement, if we get Reijnders and Cherki, for me that is a good window, right?
Yeah.
On top of that, if we were to get Morgan Gibbs-White.
Yeah.
Great, because on top of Cherki and Reijnders, I have absolutely no issue with bringing in Morgan Gibbs-White on top of the other two. And if we bring in Rodrigo as a winger, even fucking better. Now, notice, I have not mentioned a right back once, right? Again, if we get a right back, I'm here for it. Go and get me Cambiasso. Go and get me Livramento. Livramento would be brilliant, right? But if not, I think Núñez, with another summer... I'm not mad at Núñez at right back. I'm not. I could see it, and I wouldn't. I would rather we go and get Livramento. Livramento as a right back, fuck me, but I don't believe that will happen. If we make all the other signings, I'm not mad at Núñez at right back. I'm really not.
Yeah, and if we manage to I don't know. I just say if we manage to convince Newcastle to sell Livramento while Trippier is that age, I think that would be a masterclass. I think if we see if we just see Fabrizio saying, "Oh, they're negotiating," I'll be like, "Nah, there's no way. But the thing about Newcastle is, yeah, it depends on the ambition too. What about remember that guy? Is it Lewis Hall? Is he a right back?
No, he's left back. I think he's left back. Pretty certain he's left. Pretty certain. So I look. Ideally, yeah, I agree with this. Núñez as backup, yeah.
Can I ask you though?
That would be the ideal below. Núñez as backup.
Yeah, but can I ask you something though, right? Okay, we keep saying, oh, if Newcastle want to negotiate, we've been talking on behalf of Newcastle. We know they have the money, but have we also thought for the fact that if, like, look, even City, there's a certain amount that comes to City, and you're like, City will be like, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure there's an amount for Livramento. For the amount they bought him from Southampton, I'm pretty sure if City rock up with a certain amount, I'm pretty sure Newcastle will be open. Because Newcastle can get another right back. They can. Think about it. Every club has a price. Everybody has a price.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with you. Every club does have a price. Look,
I think 80 gets him out. I think 80 gets him out. 80 million gets Livramento out.
I think 80 million would get him out, but I think 80 million for a right back, is that then a bit too much? But bro, do you know what? If I'm being honest with you, it's not my fucking money. As long as the books balance, if we can get it done, do you know what? Grealish swap deal.
Yeah, he seems like the guy. I think he seems like the guy everybody's willing to give out, isn't it? Like you can give him up. At this point in time, every time I see even videos, everybody keeps saying, "Give them Grealish, give them Grealish." Then maybe we should give them Grealish. And I think, I think
the hardest thing with Grealish, I think at the moment, is where Grealish would want to go, because I've spoken on it before. Grealish's missus is very settled in Manchester and doesn't really want to leave what she considers her ideal home. Newcastle's still quite a trek. Forest is quite a trek. Listen, people, anyone saying keep Grealish, I'm pretty certain most people on here know my take on Grealish. You know I'm a Grealish fan. You know I love Grealish. You know I love what he did treble season. You know I love even this season when he has played. But let's be honest, bro. There's no point in keeping Grealish. Like,
yeah, because the manager won't play him. The manager won't play him. So what can we do?
Saying And this, say Grealish just became a father as well. Do you know what? I honestly believe that might be partly why Pep's had enough of him. Grealish actually became a father about a year ago, right? And Grealish hasn't changed, unfortunately. I mean, I don't want to slander him like that. I'm sure he has changed in a lot of ways, but you know, I don't feel like the change in Grealish that maybe Pep expected when he became a dad has happened well enough. So look, I would love to keep Grealish. But any talk of we should keep Grealish for this reason, that reason, the writing is on the wall. Like Grealish, if he stays, will not play. Like he's on about 300 grand a week. Even this, when you say he has changed his drinking habits and his newspaper appearances. Look again, as a Grealish fan, Jess, and you know I'm a Grealish fan. I don't agree with this statement. I hate to say it. Like maybe it had to, and maybe that's a bit harsh, and maybe it's got a bit better. Maybe, but you know, we've still seen pictures in the papers this season of him out drinking. Like it hasn't changed that much.
Do you know what? Do you know what's funny though? And like obviously, Carl was demanding so much from Grealish, right? Carl was just demanding so much, but I don't like what Carl said because he cursed Grealish. He put a curse on him, Daps. Because after the treble, do you remember the treble? After Grealish's antics, the drinking, maybe because Carl is a manager, maybe because Carl does high-level management, and maybe he saw something. And you know what he came to? He called me on the phone, Daps, way before Pep started dropping Grealish. You know what he said? He said, Patrick, I want to tell you something. This is the end of Jack Grealish. I was like, what do you mean it's the end? It was after the treble celebrations, what he was doing during the treble, what he was thinking. I don't know if maybe he knows that Pep Guardiola doesn't like such nonsense. I was like, what do you remember? The train stuff, all that stuff he did during the parade. I was like, what do you mean it's the end? It's like, I'm telling you, there's going to be injuries and there's going to be lack of seriousness a bit from him, maybe in training.
Maybe that is the fact that he's been a manager.
It's going to be just issues. Says, you don't over-celebrate like that. It's like, look at the other kids. They're pointing at Hugo Lloris, Foden and them. Is like they are actually looking after themselves than he is. He says, I get he's happy, it's his dream, but for a guy his age and for a guy who was a Villa captain, I think that's it. I was like, come on, you're just being a hater. And never since then, that's it.
Yeah, no, do you know what? And this is a thing. So look, I'd love to keep Jack for certain reasons. Love him. I'd love to see Jack play. I've been a firm believer that he can do the 8 or the 10 role. But
and he's a nice fella, by the way. Every newspaper article comes out that he's a very nice fella.
Bro, if I could sit here and wax lyrical about the stuff he does, like away from the pitch, good causes, how he is with, when after games, how he is with kids, like signing autographs non-stop. He's from a good family. He's been raised well. But look, let's forget all of that. Pep is not going to play him, right? So let's leave all of that. Let him go. And do you know what? I feel like the ideal for us would be if we could do an exchange deal with whether it be Newcastle for Livramento, if we could do something with Nottingham Forest for Morgan Gibbs-White. Caveat on that, people. I'm not saying Morgan Gibbs-White over Cherki. I'm not saying Morgan Gibbs-White over Reijnders, but I'm saying if we get Reijnders and Cherki and Morgan Gibbs-White, I'm here for it. I'm fully here for it. Right. What was I going to say? 740 in here. Please make sure you smash the like button if you haven't already. Keepers. Have you seen anything on keepers? Anything fresh? No? Because
no, not at all. I think a lot of Barcelona fans and a lot of Barcelona pages, they're posting that Joan Garcia guy. So basically, they're posting him, and most of the news for that Joan Garcia guy, he's actually talking. You know what? Let me say this. This Joan Garcia guy also Dubs. He's talking as if he's Messi. Have you seen his interviews? Oh, I have to make up my mind, bro. You're not the Messi of keepers. This guy is talking. He's talking with chest. I know he's got options. But I think he's going to Barcelona. I think there's no way.
He is.
There's no way he's going to leave Barcelona. I think he wants to play Barcelona because he knows if he plays for Barcelona, he has the best chance to play for the Spanish national team. I think our option is Diogo. But what I want to ask is the Trafford thing, right? Why was Newcastle pushing for Garcia if Trafford is done? I don't get it. Because I'm sure Trafford doesn't want to be second fiddle to anybody. Trafford also wants to play for England. But I'm saying this Joan Garcia guy is talking mad. I also want Ederson to stay. MCFC, okay. I also want Ederson to stay.
I
but
want
think
Ederson
it's
to stay as well, you know.
I think it's Costa. I think it's going to be Costa.
I 100% agree with you, MCFC, okay. Apart from the bun Morgan Gibbs-White, I don't bun Morgan Gibbs-White. I would like Ederson to stay, but right, let me clear this up because in the title it says City make Ederson bid. So I don't know if it's true or not, but an article coming out of, I believe, is it coming out of Saudi Arabia? The Ederson link.
Is there an Ederson link?
No, not our Ederson, the other Ederson.
Yeah, the other Ederson. Look, I wouldn't be surprised because why were they looking at the DM, the one from Belgium, from Club Brugge? Maybe there's a system, guys. The thing is, Nico Gonzalez. By the way, I keep telling people, Nico Gonzalez can play attacking midfielder. He can play attacking midfielder, and he can play box to box.
You've always seen that now.
Yeah, he can. So that's what I'm saying. You never know the madness they're building. They might be telling Nico, you know what, Nico, you're too smooth. We'll push up front.
But this is it, Pep. Because do you know what Khaldoon did actually say in his interview yesterday? He spoke about Nico Gonzalez coming in as a 6, right? Yeah. However, there is a world where he's come in, and so everything we've seen, is that Nico Gonzalez is an 8, right? That's what everyone's been telling us. Pep maybe thought he could do the Rodri role, but then on seeing him, has thought, actually, nah, you know what? I don't want to mold you into that player. I actually think going forwards in more of an 8 role is where I see you. At which point, City then going, because we have to remember, we still have to get Rodri back up. If Gonzalez is not the Rodri backup, we still need Rodri back up. And it could be. The other thing is that maybe, do you know what? So when we spoke on the Belgian player, the Swiss player that plays for Bruges yesterday, we were saying maybe that might be a City Football Group signing.
Yeah, maybe, you never know, but he looks too talented to be thrown around, you know.
So that might be a City Football Group signing, but if we're now going in for Ederson, right, from Atlanta, that would tell me that maybe not. Maybe we are actually genuinely looking for a 6 still.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind it because I think if you deploy,
that's it.
If you deploy, because let's not forget. What was your dream? What was your dream, Daps? You say, give me 2 number 8s. You can get 2 number 8s in Reijnders and Nico Gonzalez. You can literally have them over there.
True.
Because that's another thing. This is why I think sometimes when I sit down is, unless we are cooking something, you know, when you're like, what are you cooking? You're asking Pep, what are you cooking? If you bring in, let's say for instance, Pep brings in, what's his name? Morgan Gibbs-White. That means you're like, this guy wants to play multiple ways. There's multiple ways to play. And to be honest with you, I welcome Morgan Gibbs-White because it's gonna add a new dynamic to this team.
I agree with you,
I welcome Reijnders as an 8. I welcome Nico Gonzalez as an 8. I welcome another GM. Ederson, they've been looking at him for so long, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's true. Or maybe the agent is just trying to use us and trying to get him out of Atalanta. You know what I mean? Because they know that at this point in time, City are looking at signings. But I'm happy, man. I'm smiling. Reijnders is done. I'm pretty sure very soon the next one we're going to see is Cherki done. I think once Cherki is done.
Do you think Cherki's going to be the second signing?
Yeah, I have a feeling it'll be him because he's the other noise, isn't it? Because have you noticed the people who are doing all these transfers? They were always saying, Reijnders to City, they're talking to Reijnders, but Cherki at the bottom. They were posting Cherki at the bottom. I don't know if you noticed, Santi did the same thing yesterday. Fab did the same thing yesterday. Another guy who is not very reliable did the same thing. He talked about Cherki right underneath Reijnders. So it looks like that's the second one. And I wouldn't be surprised if Cherki is the guy you have to cling on now before the Club World Cup. Because he's a star. He's a star at the Club World Cup.
For me, we have to get him done ASAP, not only for the Club World Cup, because I think he is the star. You're right, he is the star.
He has to sell the number 10 jersey.
Yeah. I do agree with you on that. The one thing I would say, though, as well, is we need to get it done, because if we don't, because of the price, there'll be other people circling. But I have a feeling that, so the transfer window opens on Sunday, right? I would not be surprised if we potentially see some deals happen or announced, whether it be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, that have already been done and just aren't being spoke about at the moment. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe there's one or two that we've got done already in the background and that are very easy to get done. Maybe Ait-Nouri.
Yeah, no, Nori mustn't. I said something. By the way, I said something. I don't know if it was it on your channel. I don't think it was on your channel. I said if you watch the Calduni interview, right? Obviously, it's my crazy mind during the transfer window. And obviously, since I've just been doing too many streams, now I'm in the zone. I just cracked one thing, Adapts. He said everything is organized, everything was discussed, and everything is laid out in a certain way. We have a plan. Have you noticed that Ait-Nouri expiry date of his contract 2026, Cherki 2026?
Yeah.
What's his name also? One more also is 2026. Somebody also who is not Reijnders, I know it's 2030, but majority
Morgan
of
Gibbs White. I think Morgan Gibbs White.
Morgan Gibbs White 2026. So yeah. 3 of them 2026. City is not silly. And remember there was rumors before by Jack, the general, saying City want to bring players that are not willing to get a lot of pay and they're not willing to spend too much on them. It looks like you can budget, because if you go to Forest right now, and Forest, unless they have a trigger, because I know Wolves have the trigger, but if Ait-Nouri pushes it right now, they will sort of say, what if you refuse? But the trigger one for Nouri obviously is unfair, because they can just trigger him for next year without asking him. But if Forest don't have a trigger, he can walk for free next year at the age of 26,
exactly.
26 years old. And have you noticed the age group? Ait-Nouri is 23, obviously. But have you noticed the age group is 25? It's all like in this range of 25, 2 senior midfielders, 26 for this guy. They have a plan that's so perfect, that covers everything. Who takes over from who? And I'm pretty sure, because now we've heard 100% that the fact that Marketing has chosen to go to the World Cup instead of the thing, it might be the
is he? I didn't see that. So he's coming.
Jack just wrote that. No, he's not coming. He's chosen.
He's doing the under 21s.
Yeah, and Jack says that looks like a signal that he's leaving the club, because it says that looks like.
Well, I'm not being funny, but looking at all the players we're being linked with, I think he must be. The Ederson one is interesting. I'm going to keep an eye on that Ederson one, see if there is any truth in it. I do think at the moment, City are probably throwing out a few red herrings to try and, if we're trying to negotiate with Lyon, we're trying to negotiate with Nottingham Forest. Because I think we've debated Morgan. I'm calling it the Morgan Gibbs White great debate, right? It's been rolling on all summer already, and we're only in fucking May still. But it's quite clear the club want him, right? It's quite clear that we are going in for him. So I think it probably is important to the club that we do whatever we can to help us bargain with Nottingham Forest, because they are going to try and hold us for a lot of money. We know they are. Someone just asking about Echeverri, what's happening with Echeverri. And I've also seen what happens with Foden, what happens with this, what happens with that. At this point,
Foden is a star.
We can't do this what happens to, because if we do what happens to, then we could end up having another season like last season. We have to just fucking get the best players. And do you know what? I hope that Echeverri gets his time. I think he will. I think the amount of PR the club has given him, the fact he got game time at the end of the season and looked good with that game time, I think he will be given a chance. But do you know what? If he isn't, and if we bring in players because we think that they're actually ready to go right now in that position, then, and that's for the good of the club, we have to do it. We can't be player FC. We can't be that. We can't, because trust me, there's people that would have been Jack Grealish FC. And just appreciate the super chat, letting us all know. Man United currently losing 1-0 to Hong Kong. Please make sure Cass knows. Thank you, Cass. You're losing 1-0. He doesn't care. Oh, they've still got the same players. Sorry, Soups doesn't care either. Still got the same players.
That's painful, though, isn't it? Anyway, it is what it is.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Right. Anything else? Oh, yeah. So, Lilo's going. Set piece coach is going. One other coach is going. We've been linked with Kolo Toure, and we've been linked with Kolo Toure, and we've been linked with Pep Ljinders.
Yeah, they're laughing at us, isn't it? I don't know why they're doing that. Liverpool fans, they're saying we're getting the wrong assistant coach. I
Is that
saw
what
it.
they're doing now?
Yeah, they're doing that. They're saying we're getting the wrong assistant coach. It was supposed to be that Buvik guy, whatever his name is, Buvik. I forgot his name is. But they're saying this guy is not it. But at the end of the day, this Pep Ljinders guy, I was looking at his interview of him just trying to implement stuff. I think he failed to implement stuff at Liverpool because I think he didn't have the set of players. Because what he was talking about, I was like, this guy is a genius, what he's saying, but I think these are not the players. Because you're saying,
bro, we have to remember he was part of that team that won the Champions. He was part of the coaching staff that won the Champions League and won the Premier League. And Liverpool fans waxed lyrical about him then, right?
Yeah. Do you know what's funny though? I realized that it's him who wanted Mane, Salah, such profile wingers to play as strikers and have somebody like Firmino. Do you know what he said? He said pressing starts from the front, but when you press, you need very clinical strikers. He says you need 3 strikers as a front. He says not wingers, strikers 3. Then he laughs. Then I was like, I see. That's why they had deadly killers in the front because they used to press. Do you remember that's how they beat City? They used to press us. When they get an opportunity, go. That's what you have to do. Not they get an opportunity, you start shimmying or trying to dribble or like the Savi and Doku. No. I think he's pressing us. You press, you score. So basically, he's talking about Mamouche. He's talking about Mamouche being a front 3 of Mamouche and 3 strikers. Says 3 strikers who can press. All of them have to press the coins, and the middle one has to start off first. That's what he said. Firmino, that's a Firmino. So I don't know how he's going to work with Haaland, but I saw that. And he's,
that's interesting.
Yeah,
the thing is, this is what we need. This is what Pep's asked for. Pep has said that he wants someone to come in to challenge him with fresh ideas, right? Well, that's very clear. Lilo wasn't doing that, right? This looks like someone. He's wrote a fucking book, right? He looks like and it's great for Liverpool fans. They can talk about Slot right now, but this is a different era for Liverpool, right? If you look at the Klopp era, Klopp was at his best when he had Edwards next to him and Ljinders next to him, right?
Yeah.
And that's the truth. One question for you though.
I have a question. Yeah. Who's more the pep talker? The pep talker or the pep talker who gives Pep a pep talk?
Pep talker.
Shoulders back, smash it.
And the other option, Kolo Toure, that's one a bit out of left field, but
wasn't he the assistant manager for Brendan Rodgers?
Yeah, Celtic and Leicester.
Oh yeah,
I believe.
Leicester,
It's got links. It's got links to the club. For me, the man's mentality is elite.
He seems like he seems like out of the 2 Torres, he's the one who's got a bit of
a bit of sense about him.
Yeah, a bit of a sense about. No,
I don't think he'd stop about a birthday cake. I don't think he would stop about a birthday cake.
He wouldn't. But you know what? We're so far we're eating good, man. And that Pep guy from Liverpool, don't let Liverpool fans gas it, because as I said after his interview, I was like, oh my god, this guy is the guy we need. Somebody with an idea, the same way as what's his name? Well, what's his name? Maresca. The same way as Arteta. Looks like they used to challenge Pep a bit. They would, you know what I liked about Arteta, which I haven't seen from our assistant managers. Every time when something happens, they used to all go to Arteta and give him a high five. Do you remember? Pep would walk to the thing and give him a high five. Then you could see that, it was Arteta who set this up. Do you remember?
Yeah.
There was moments where Pep used to go point at him. I haven't seen him do that to Lilo. He hasn't pointed at Lilo and said, "You're the guy. You're the man." Remember that?
Yeah.
There was a moment Pep used to point at the set his coaches, you. But now we haven't had any of that. We haven't had any of that at all. So I hope so, man. I hope so. I hope we get him in, and I would like to see his ideas. I like that striker thing he was talking about. I think it's going to be good for us. It'll be something new and something interesting.
This, I'm just looking into this. Sorry. Can someone... He is. You know what? I didn't know that. Fucking hell. So, Kolo Toure is currently the assistant manager of Man City Youth.
Is he?
I did not know that. Appreciate the comments. Let me know that.
So he is coming up anyway. Let's say the Man City Youth
already. He's at City already. Yeah. He's at City as the assistant manager for the academy. I didn't know that. Fucking hell. Yeah, quality. Once a blue, always a blue. There we go.
That is fantastic. That means he might come up then. He might just simply come up. That means he doesn't even...
Yaya Toure back to City?
No. Wait, is it Yaya Toure or Kolo Toure?
No, Kolo. But I'm saying if we get... Listen, last time we got Kolo, we got Yaya. Are we saying... How old's Yaya Toure now, do you reckon? Must be about 42, do you reckon?
Well, do you want him to come and play?
Hold on. Let me work this out. Yaya Toure. So Yaya Toure was born 13th of May 1983. That would make him... He's 42. Right, so listen, we've got 11 months to get Yaya Toure back, right? And present him with a birthday cake on his 43rd birthday. There we go. Everything. And where is Yaya at the moment, actually? Where is he at the moment?
Wasn't he coaching? He was doing coaching somewhere.
He was at Tottenham, I think. Last time I saw, he was at Tottenham.
I also saw him doing a video with
Saudi Arabia. Oh shit! Fucking check this out. So Yaya Toure is currently the assistant coach of the Saudi Arabian national team that is managed by Mancini.
No way. Serious?
Yeah. So Roberto Mancini and Yaya Toure throwing it back for Saudi Arabia. Pause.
No way.
Yeah.
Also, he is, and so all the tourists are cooking, isn't it? All tourists are cooking.
But that's what. Listen. That's what I'm saying. Yaya. So Kolo's back. 6 months. Who says we can? Yaya Toure, Kolo.
That is a good one. You know that the other one I was thinking, I was like, we're gonna have to give it to somebody else. You know, the Raheem Sterling is top of the league. Oh Mama Moosh is top of the league. I think we're gonna have to give it to somebody. I was just thinking the other day, I was like, somebody else has to take it.
Tijjani Reijnders, we're top of the league.
You see,
we have to get back there first. We have to get back there. I tell you what, I could do. Listen, don't get me started on chance. I could do a whole show.
One has to be retired, though. I don't want to ever hear the, oh, Kevin, don't give it to anybody. I shouldn't hear, Tijjani Reijnders.
No. Do you know the one that I didn't like yet is the Conference League final. Every time a team scored, they're playing that.
So you definitely retired that one. You retired that one, isn't it? You retired.
My worst chant by a country mile is because it always used to like be sung at Main Road, always, yeah. And it only gets sung nowadays when we're frustrated and when we're not scoring. Come on, City. Come on, City. And it just reminds me of when we were shit at Main Road. It just reminds me of my childhood.
Do you have one of those moments like in the movies where you go back in your brain like
absolutely
bullying and everything?
Absolutely. It's the most fucking depressing because it's like
even how you guys sing it. Come on, City. Come on, City.
Exactly that. It's the way it is when you hear it. It's like, and it's always when, like, say it's 0-0 or it's 1-1, right? We need to win the game, and the ball's just being passed around in the middle of the pitch, yeah. And then you start hearing, "Come on, City." But no, listen. As far as the club, we're moving like, you know what? That's what Khaldoon said. Standards. We know our standards. We want to get back. Yeah, we want to. Yeah, bro. The fact he admitted everything, and he said, he said we know our standards, we know what we've achieved, and that's great. But we want to achieve more, and that's important that we know that we haven't hit the pinnacle and gone right. That's it now. Now we're ready to drop off. We want to keep going, which is important. But right, we are going to wrap up here. Patrick, are you going live?
Yeah, I'm going live, of course. Yeah.
Then let me plug you in, people. All you have to do is stay exactly where you are. This is going to redirect over to Patrick's channel, where what are you going to be talking about?
You know, when somebody signs, we have to boast. So I want to boast about Reijnders because I didn't boast yet. It is what it is. It's the hustle. It's the YouTube hustle.
Well, I get it.
I want people this morning. I think I was doing a Reijnders that deal has been thrown in. I told people that as YouTubers, well, City, we're gonna milk the Reijnders one until he holds the jersey. Then we will milk the pause, but we will also milk the Cherki one.
Well, we have to, because, like, listen, we all knew nearly a week ago that Wirtz was going to Liverpool, right?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, that's still being milked every single day.
And we're starving. And even some people are so shameless they're still milking the fact he rejected City. And they forget that he also said no to Bayern. Funny enough, it's all... You know what? Funny enough, they say, before you go, funny enough, they say nobody cares about City. Yet, every time I've seen some of these YouTubers, all they're talking about is City. Nobody's talking about Bayern. So do you really care more about City than Bayern? Do you get my point?
Do you know what, bro? This is a thing, though. Like, even with the Liverpool parade on Sunday, right? I see, like, if you went to the parade, you should come away from it thinking, yeah, that was a mint parade, had a quality time celebrating everything we've achieved with other Reds, right? But when I see people's come away is straight away, right, let's compare it to someone else's parade. It's like, did you not have a good time then? Like, why do you care about what someone else's parade is like? Like, because enjoy your parade.
City's parade seems to be like the measurement meter. But you know what? It's no longer City's now. After the Man United Malaysia parade.
That's the new benchmark of parade.
That's the new benchmark of parade. My God, that was shameless. If I was a football player, I'm sitting down. If I was a football player, I'm just sitting down saying, nah. But the Zelensky was waving to who? Who are you waving to?
Bro, at least he was waving. Fucking Garnacho was sticking his finger up at everyone. little lesbian. Anyway, on that note, stay where you are. This is going to move straight over to Patrick's channel where he's going live with more City content. Make sure you head over there. Stay where you are. Like the video, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, we're going to ignore that. Anyway, people, we're out.
So that's where I've always said I've never found, and people take the piss at me. I said, since January, for me, Villa has one of the best squads in the Premier League. I might even put my neck out there and say the best squad.
Yes. Mi amigos and mi amigas. On the 22nd of September 2024, Rodri done his ACL. And on the 30th of April 2025, it has been revealed that Rodri is back in first team training.